They want you to believe that kindness is a strength. That being nice gets you respect. That the world rewards the gentle. It doesn't. The brutal truth. Disposability is the default state for the weak. Societies, corporations, friend groups, romantic relationships, they all operate on the same principle: you're useful or you're invisible. You don't need to become a psychopath. You don't need to hurt people. But you must become dangerous enough that eliminating you costs more than keeping you. By the end of this video, you will understand the mechanism. And you will act differently. The illusion of harmlessness. The blue pill lie. Just be yourself. Work hard. Good things come to those who wait. The system rewards integrity. This is the narrative fed to the masses. The comfortable lie. The red pill truth. Disposability isn't accidental, it's structural. Systems eliminate friction. And you, if you're too agreeable, too predictable, too eager to please, you are friction. Here's what actually happens in the world. A person who never says no becomes the person everyone uses. A person who never threatens consequences becomes the person everyone blames. A person who never shows teeth becomes the person everyone eats. The hierarchy isn't built on merit. It's built on who can impose costs on others. Not through violence. Through consequence. Through leverage. Through the credible ability to say no and mean it. A peaceful person with no boundaries is just a resource. A peaceful person with sharp edges, someone who will damage themselves and others if threatened, that person gets respect. In professional settings, the employee who quietly exceeds expectations gets exploited. The employee who clearly defines what they will and won't do, who makes it known that losing them costs money, gets promotions. In relationships, the partner who tolerates everything gets taken for granted. The partner who establishes that certain behaviors have consequences. That they will leave, that's the partner who gets treated well. In social groups, the person everyone can mock without pushback becomes the target. The person who responds to disrespect with cold distance or sharp words becomes the one people respect. The mechanism: danger creates consideration. Consideration creates respect. Respect creates power. The monster paradox. The blue pill lie. Don't be a monster. Monsters are bad. The world needs more compassion, not less. The red pill truth. There are two types of people society fears. The person who lacks empathy. And the person who has empathy but chooses to weaponize it. The second is infinitely more dangerous. Here's the dark psychology: a psychopath hurts people randomly. That's unpredictable chaos. But a person who understands human psychology, who knows exactly what breaks people psychologically, and who decides to use that power strategically, that person controls everything. You don't become this by losing your humanity. You become this by understanding humanity so completely that you can model, predict, and influence behavior with surgical precision. This is controlled ruthlessness. It means knowing when to be warm, to build trust. Knowing when to be cold, to establish dominance. Knowing what someone fears and using that knowledge strategically, not sadistically. Understanding that every person has a price. You don't need to hurt them. You just need to understand what they want. The most powerful people in the world are not nice. They're not cruel either. They're aware. They know their walk of life. They know when to negotiate. When to retreat. When to destroy. They understand that mercy is a choice, not a default. They understand that being dangerous, in terms of competence, boundaries, and consequence, is the only sustainable form of power. Think of it this way: a tiger doesn't need to attack every animal it meets. It doesn't have anxiety about survival. Why? Because it's dangerous. Predators rest easily. Prey animals are always anxious. Interactive test. I want you to do something right now. Don't pause, just observe. Look at your last 3 interactions today. Where did someone push you further than they should have? Where did you say yes when you meant no? Where did someone's behavior toward you change the moment you set a boundary? That last one. Remember that moment. That's when you became real to them. That's when you stopped being disposable. The cost of invisibility. The blue pill lie. Just keep your head down. Don't rock the boat. Stay invisible and you'll be safe. The red pill truth. Invisibility is the fastest path to extinction. Invisible people get ignored in meetings. Their ideas are stolen. Someone else gets credit. Passed over for promotions. Why? They're dependable, which means replaceable. Taken advantage of in relationships. Their needs become irrelevant. Left behind in social hierarchies. They're never enemies, they're just forgotten. The cruelest form of power isn't hatred. It's indifference. And indifference is what you get when you become disposable. To be undisposable, you must be competent. Irreplaceable in your domain. Bounded. Clear about what you will and won't accept. Consequential. People know that your presence or absence matters. This doesn't require aggression. It requires deliberate visibility. You speak up in meetings. Not constantly. Strategically. You deliver on what you promise. Then you ask for what you want. You form alliances with people who matter. You make it known that your loyalty has a price, and disloyalty has a cost. The paradox: the kindest, most ethical people become the most dangerous when they decide to protect themselves. Because they understand human weakness but choose to act with restraint. That restraint is a weapon. Here's the final warning. You're not going to become a monster by understanding this. You become a monster by pretending you don't understand it and acting recklessly anyway. The people who have true power, who move through the world with absolute confidence, they understand that every action has a consequence. They understand human motivation. They understand leverage. And they use that knowledge to build, not destroy. To lead, not harm. To create conditions where they're never at anyone's mercy. The question isn't whether you're dangerous. You are. Every human is. The question is whether you're aware of it. Unconscious danger is chaos. Conscious danger is power. So here's what I need from you. In the comments, answer this: what's one area of your life where you've been disposable? Where did you accept less because you didn't believe you deserved better? And what would change if you decided, right now, that you're not disposable anymore? Comment below. I read every single one. And if this resonated with you, if you understand that awareness is the first step to power, subscribe to Sarah Prevail. We don't deal in comfortable truths here. We deal in what works. See you next time.